How do I enable momentum, aka inertia, on a notebook with an Elan touchpad? I have a Lenovo notebook, Win 8, with a touchpad that's manufactured by Elan, aka Elan Tech. I've previously used a Synaptics touchpad on my old notebook and have gotten accustomed to its features like momentum, which allows you to control mouse movement by flicking your finger across the touchpad surface. I read on a forum somewhere that Elan and Synaptics use similar hardware, but I couldn't get Synaptics drivers to work with the hardware. Generic Synaptics drivers also didn't work, and I wasn't sure that modifying Synaptics driver configuration file, INF driver file, to add an entry for Elan touchpad's hardware ID would be safe. From another forum I found out about this registry key. Changes to the words within this key would enable or disable several features of the touchpad that were otherwise not customizable from the Elan driver configuration utility under mouse properties in the control panel. I was able to enable several features that are found in Synaptics devices by editing the word values in the registry, but I could not get momentum to work. Some momentum-related keywords I found were momentum_display, momentum_bounce_enable, momentum_enable, and momentum_slider, but changing their values doesn't seem to do anything. If your notebook has an Elan Tech touchpad and you got momentum working, please help.
Note, this answer is outdated. You don't need to modify the driver configuration file to enable momentum anymore. You can simply change the relevant word values at the following registry keys to enable, disable momentum, and a host of other features. To enable momentum, set momentum_enable and momentum_display to 1. You can find them in the registry keys listed below. For Windows 10, computer_HKey_local_machine_system_control set 001/control/Elan Tech/SmartPad display. computer_HKey_local_machine/system/control set 001/control/Elan Tech/SmartPad. After doing this, momentum or inertia related settings will start showing up in the Elan SmartPad application that lets you configure various features of the touchpad. I finally figured out how to enable momentum, called inertia, in Elan Tech touchpads, as well as a host of other hidden features in Elan manufactured touchpads. Thanks to this blog post, I found out that the way to do this was to edit Elan Tech drivers, ed.inf. If you're using WHQL inbox drivers, you'll probably have to downgrade to older Elan Tech drivers for this to work. Make sure that the touchpad drivers you have include a setup.exe file so you can install the drivers. You'll also have to run Windows in test mode with integrity checks disabled so you can install the mod drivers. To restart Windows in test mode, run the command prompt as administrator and enter the following commands. Now open ed.inf in the Elan Tech drivers folder with a decent text editor. I recommend Notepad++ and change all instances of to. Also change the first instance of. You'll find this in the et_smartpadui_default.adreg section. To. If you'd like the cursor to bounce off of screen edges, then change to. There are lots of other options you can enable disable as well. However, I'll leave it to you to experiment with them. You'll find the most interesting settings in the following sections. Warning, make sure you know exactly what you're doing here or you could end up with an unstable driver and lots of psots. I recommend making a backup of the original drivers before you start to modify them. After you've finished editing the drivers, reboot your computer and install the new mod drivers by running setup.exe.
Thanks to the guidance on this forum, I was able to enable momentum/inertia on my HP Pavilion X2. It is actually very easy to do, no need to reinstall drivers. Windows Plus are in type and regedit, hit enter. This opens registry, hit Ctrl F to pull up the search box. Uncheck all options except values, paste momentum_display in the search box and click Find Next. It may take a minute to return result, but once found, double-click on the value and change base to decimal. The second, set value data to 1. Repeat the search until all instances of momentum_display have been changed. There can be more than one. Repeat steps 2 to 5 for the following values. Momentum_enable. Momentum_bounce_enable. Press Win plus X shutdown or sign out, sign out. Sign out. Sign in again, and move mouse. It should now glide momentously across the screen.
If you want to board it down, please consider locking it and subscribing.